Hello, Tom here from the DPA, letting you know that we've started a criminal investigation division. That's right, the DPA is here for you. You wonder how? Well, have you ever been assaulted, robbed at gunpoint, murdered, raped, scammed for every dollar you have? The DPA is here to help. Did you happen to get a dick pic of this criminal? Well, we're here to help. At the DPA, the dickpicanalysis.com group, we can find out who this criminal was, their age, their sex, their race, their religion, where they're located at this moment, and how you can lock them up. That's right, upload the criminal's dick pic and we'll know where he's at with an 8% accuracy. That's right, 8% accuracy to catch this criminal. You've heard of DNA analysis and going back 30 plus years to convict someone. Well, this is all new technology. The DPA dickpicanalysis.com group now catches criminals. Just upload your dick pic, not your own. You don't want to be guilty, but the criminals, and we'll do the rest of the work. The DPA, here for you anytime.
The DPA is not responsible for wrong convictions. We've only used this analysis on our own junks, and 3 out of 5 of us are now on parole. So clearly it works, just not sure which way. If you've taken a picture of a criminal's junk, we are impressed. Also, 2 of us think OJ's innocent. The DPA, dickpicanalysis.com. Not a real website, Nurse Talking Podcast. Now back to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast. Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. Another episode, another Friday. This week, I have no Johnny. I don't know where he's at, but he's not with us. No, he's here still, physically, just not with us today. I have another person finally showed up. He finally showed up to class. He's been truant. He's been not showing up, suspended or something. Yeah, or his mother wouldn't let him come to class. Hugh is back.
Work is beating me up. Work is beating me up. Physically beating me up.
So Hugh is back. Laura's in the house. Carlos is here, and I'm Lafayette. So welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. Before we start, let's give a shout out to fellow podcast Reluctant Historian. I think those are your friends, Laura.
They are my podcasting friends. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And they have run a great show, and they gave us an awesome shout out. And we ran their trailer. And we'll run it again, but wanted to say something specifically because y'all are awesome.
There we go. So Reluctant Historian, check that out. And of course, a shout out to our buddy Joey Valentine at Fat Guy Loves Cake, because he constantly does not quit this show. He is what movie is that when he goes, I can't quit you? Is that the cowboy one?
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, that's basically Joey in the show. That's him in the show.
Exactly. What Me part? And my best friends say that to each other all the time. I don't know how to quit you.
Which part, Jake or Heath?
Oh, it doesn't matter. As long as there's some type of eroticism involved, Joey's all in. And in more ways than one, he's in. He's just in. Yeah.
Damn.
He did a show. He did a song about Carlos recently on his show. Yeah,
he broke up with me. I was kind of surprised. I thought for sure the song was going to be about Lafayette, but then he said my name. I'm like, oh.
But the song wasn't about a breakup. It made no sense. Anyway,
no, it didn't. It didn't make no sense.
It was about you put something in me and I'll put something in you. I was like, what? Is this a mutual breakup? One last time.
All because he had sex for the first time in 3 years.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to pay for it. Good for you.
Now he's on a tear. There you go. So anyway, that's our buddy Joey Valentine at Fat Guy Loves Cake. If anybody's watching anything streaming like Cobra Kai or Andor, Star Wars, and so forth, that's probably what people are going to talk about as a weekly wrap up, because Star Wars is all Disney relies on these days. So I'll let Carlos go first, because I know he's a Star Wars geek. I'm pretty sure weekly wrap up has to do with Andor. So go ahead, let me know. Is it any good? Should we watch it? Should we waste our time? Andor, Carlos.
Andor, good film. Not good film, good series. Yeah, I'll watch it. It's the most real, I guess. It's not so much sci-fi unless you count the aliens and the robots running around. But I mean, what I mean by that is like, yeah, it's kind of a smuggler's story so far. But the first 3 episodes are good. I recommend it. I would put Mandalorian first, only because of all the nostalgia Star Wars stuff in it, and then I would put Andor, not to be confused with Endor, the forest moon. It's Andor, Andor. And on that note, I have a question. Where do the Ewoks live? Do they live on Endor, or do they live on the forest moon of Endor? Meaning, they live on the forest moon, which didn't have a name in Return of the Jedi. It was the moon of the planet Endor. Does that make sense? The forest moon of Endor.
I thought they lived at Disneyland. I don't know.
Oh my.
You don't see Ewoks at Disneyland.
I'm walking the same path as you,
My
Laura. I'm walking the same path.
Your children, your children.
So they
bad
released
for
3
them.
episodes already this week, and that's what you watched.
Yeah, first 3 episodes. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's a first for Disney. And so you enjoyed them
yeah,
then.
yeah. I did, and just and I also watched the live action Dumbo because the only Disney live action I haven't seen. It is 80% original story and 20% Dumbo.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it's a Tim Burton
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, and because the
It's not a
original
remake.
Dumbo is like about an hour long, and Tim Burton film was like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours long.
Did you enjoy it more than Pinocchio?
No, I thought it was shit.
It is shit. It is. It's horrible.
Yeah,
Dumbo is
shit.
horrible. Just a shit. Even the original cartoon. It's just a shit premise. Who gives a fuck about you, elephant?
And the thing about the bubbles always freaked me out when he gets like drunk on the bubbles or
Oh, I
whatever.
know. He gets
That
No, they
scared
put
the
that in the
shit out of me
live
when I was a
action.
kid.
They
It's
did
in the
that.
live action.
Of course they did. If it's Tim Burton, yeah, the scary thing, of course they put.
Real
that
quick
in.
on Andor though. I mean, aren't you tired of non-original Star Wars? Everything has to be pulled from the first original 3, no matter what. Like they just won't give us anything original.
But this
Like
one's
you-
original. They haven't pulled anything from.
Well, but it's tied into the original 3 again. Like it's part of that
Well,
story.
it's the beginning, but not yet. I mean, eventually, his character will tie into Rogue One.
Oh, that's right. I'm watching a ghost.
Yeah. So no, it's an original story.
No,
It
what I'm
doesn't-
saying is when I say original, take us out of that whole timeline, just away from it. Give us new Jedis in a different galaxy with a new story or something like to that effect. Just give us new, get us away from this. You're just using the same timeline. That's all you're living off of in Star Wars. There's pretty sure there's more going on in this galaxy than just these the same timeline actions. But anyway, that's how I feel about that's all they're doing. Oh, can we make a movie out of this? Can we make a movie out of that? And everything's from the original trilogy. It's like, well, just give me something new, man. Something new. Mandalorian's cool, but you know what? It's this Boba Fett. That's all. And Boba Fett was crap. Anyway, Andor. I'm gonna check it out though. I do want to see it. All right. Well, there's your week. Carlos watched Andor this week. Laura, how about you? What'd you do this week?
I started watching Lock and Key season 3 on Netflix.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you guys watched that at all because I know it's based on a graphic novel.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And I really enjoyed the first 2 seasons, but like this 3rd season is really starting to grate on me, and I'm wondering if it's just me. Like I'm
It's
3.
not you.
Is this the
Uh,
final season though?
it is,
Or
yeah.
next season? Oh,
I
this
think
one
it's
is fine.
this season. I got to the first 3 episodes and I just lost interest.
Yeah, it's very saccharine. So like the family is all like, I love you.
Yeah. Oh, I
and
know.
like, yeah, and also just stop fucking using these goddamn keys, guys. Literally nothing good has ever come from them. All you do is get terrorized by demons. What are you doing? So yeah.
You're not wrong. No, 100%. And that's they can easily fix their problem. Just stop
Yes,
using the
just
fucking
stop
keys.
using them or destroy them, and that'll help things massively. But then the other show that I started, which of course like is the best show ever on Netflix, which is the Great British Bake Off, and they release episode by episode like weekly. So I've watched the first episode of the most recent season, and I'm jazzed about the rest.
Okay.
What?
The Great British Bake Off.
Oh yes. I
It's the
haven't seen it
best.
yet. Yeah, I
Ah.
love that show. I
Do
love
you
that
ever
show.
watch that
Oh, I was
show?
just. Oh, you haven't seen?
No,
the
no,
new
no. I haven't seen
episode.
the
Yeah,
new
okay.
episode yet. I haven't
Yeah.
seen the new
Well,
episode.
do you guys watch that show on Netflix where they have to remake like the cakes or whatever? Like, and people that don't even know how to bake, but they show them like a professional cake.
Oh,
Oh,
I
you're
know
talking
what
about,
you're
you're talking
What's
about
the name?
Nailed It.
Nailed
Yeah.
it. Oh
That
man,
shit is
such
funny.
a good
It's
show. Such a good
hilarious.
show. Oh my god. And I love how they're so confident too sometimes. I thought I did pretty good. It's like
A friend
your
of mine
cake
was on
looks
it.
retarded.
Are you serious? How did
Yeah,
you-
a friend of mine was on it. She came on. I was like, oh shit, Christina. And she had to bake like a unicorn cake. And the batter didn't set at all. So when it came out, it was nothing but liquid. It was
Mm.
horrible. Oh, she had a good time, and it was fun to see her. But oh man, it was funny. It was so funny. So funny.
I bet
Well,
they fuck
there
up
you
on
go.
purpose for comedic.
But what I
value.
don't understand, right? I'm sure, because how hard is it to follow instructions? They're given to you, man. So I'm sure
mean,
the producers
cooking
are
can be
like, hey, just do
tricky.
what you want.
Cooking can be tricky, but I mean, like, you should know if your cake is done or not. It's really easy.
Yeah,
you stick
yeah.
a toothpick in it. Like,
But I don't think it's that portion that the funny part is when they try to do the actual design, and that they don't have any
That is
instructions on doing. They're just trying to mimic what they're looking
Oh,
at.
right.
wow,
they
that's
have
hard. Period.
Yeah, and they have no skill at that. And you're like, this is gonna be so bad. I mean, they all look like orphans trapped in a firing building. They try to run out. They were in there too long, and poor
Yeah,
little orphan cakes.
Did you notice that Jacques, the king of chocolate, or whatever his name
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
Did you notice he had like gastric bypass surgery after season 2?
Oh yeah.
And he got like veneers. He got like perfect teeth now.
Ah,
and
he's
he's
perfect
super
now.
skinny. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well,
Nailed
shit,
it.
if we're
That's
doing
what
a season
happened.
3, I need to look good. French man? No, yeah.
The French
Anyway.
guy who got gastric bypass.
Yeah, the judge.
What?
Yeah,
A fat Frenchman? I have to see such a thing.
yeah. Go to season 1 and check out season 2.
How about you, Hugh? How was your week? Anything interesting that happened to you this week?
Well, Hannah and I, my daughter, binged Cobra Kai,
Oh yes, season 5.
which we'll talk about after, at another week. But what I thought was really funny about Hannah is that she kept she's watching along and she's like, why is LaRusso's daughter so bitchy? She starts every fight. I'm like, it's the script, Hannah. They
True.
write that
No,
they
so
write it
true.
for drama. Why is she such a bitch? I'm like,
We're going to need a
Just-
whole show for this.
Yeah, no,
Cobra Kai.
seriously. For Cobra
just-
Kai, you
it
need a
just-
whole entire episode.
it just
because,
crushed. It just kills me. Like I'm dying laughing, like
I'm not
she
even.
starts every fight.
yeah.
Well, it's a
Laf-
script,
There's no
Yeah,
point. Of,
Lafayette spoke about it. I thought it was going to be a short conversation. I swear we were on the phone for like an hour and a half, 2 hours just talking about this Cobra Kai season
just yeah,
5.
we'll have to save it.
So Laura,
Cobra
you'll
Kai
have to catch
is-
up on this. We have to spend a
Oh
whole
my
episode.
I'll
on
have to
Cobra
watch
Kai.
5
And then-
seasons of Cobra Kai.
You know what?
And th-
I'm pretty sure there's some recaps on YouTube. Just go on there, watch the
Yeah.
like 15-minute recaps of every season. That's what I do every time someone says,
Or even the
Hey,
beginning
you
of
ever
season 5 has a recap, doesn't it?
yeah, but it doesn't recap everything.
Right.
Just recaps last season. But I remember my buddy was so into Yellowstone. Man, you got to watch Yellowstone, man. It's really good.
See, I heard that too.
So,
but I haven't seen it
I
yet.
went on YouTube and binged the first like 2 seasons just by watching people's 15-minute recaps. And I was like,
I
I'm
feel
all
like
caught
that's
up.
all you need.
Yeah, I was like,
I
yeah.
wasn't into Yellowstone.
Is it
was like,
repetitive?
I'll watch
the
season
same thing
3.
over and over?
It's the same shit over and over. It really is. It's the same shit. It's basically this guy owns the biggest plot of land in Montana.
Montana or something?
Yep. And every season, somebody new wants it. Somebody new wants to buy it, take it from him, take it over. It's the same
oh
shit
my
over and over.
god!
Yeah,
Oh my
he's
God.
supposed to like be on his side. He's like
And
a
you can't be.
zillionaire, and
Yeah.
he's a dick. And you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why am I supposed to be rooting for you?
Is that Costner? Is that
It is
Costner?
Kevin.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
good old Kevin. Yeah.
Kevin's enjoyable.
Can I throw out a question? The
No, apparently
Susan-
not. Thanks,
the
Laura.
Susan
Ruined my
Sarah
dreams.
the Susan Sarandon show with
Susan Sarandon,
with
Sheridan?
the series. Who's the country
Trace
music?
Atkins.
Has anybody watched it? I mean, I'm
No,
just
I haven't
curious
seen
if he
it.
can
No.
act at all.
No, I
Did
heard
he
it's
act
good.
in-
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Okay,
He was in a Western I saw, and I just don't recall what it was. But
so I was thinking about how it must be for her, a acclaimed actress, to be working with a country music guy who's pretending to act.
well, they actually thought it was gonna be more of an issue because he is a far right type of Republican and she's a far
He
left.
is.
So they
He is.
thought that was going to be the issue on set. But then I saw an interview where he said, "Oh, we actually don't talk politics together. We get along. We don't. We just avoid that topic."
That would be
Alright,
smart. That would be
That's
smart.
Yeah. So there you go. And then my week was also filled with Cobra Kai and a movie called The Invitation, which I was really excited to see. It was in theaters, and it's basically about this girl that takes a DNA test, and then somebody finds out in England that she's related to them, so they invite her to the house, and come to
Oh, I've
find
heard
out
of
that they're
this.
vampires.
Oh yeah.
Everything's
Good,
good.
not good?
The third act is so disappointing. So disappointing. It just ruins
Why
the whole.
she shows up with a jar of garlic? Hey, look what I brought.
No, the thing is,
Happy housewarming.
they turn her into a vampire. So she gets turned into a vampire, and
And?
within 10 minutes she kills everyone. And I'm like, wait, like, come on, really? How did she know how to fight and do all this already? When these guys are thousands of years
you
old.
guys gave me shit for that stupid ass Day Shift movie.
Day Shift.
Where
Day
Franco
Shift.
became a vampire. All of a sudden, he was kicking everybody's ass. Apparently,
Wait,
once
who
you
gave
turn
you-
into a
wait,
vampire,
inherent
time out,
in
time out.
becoming
Kick
a
everybody's
Who
vampire.
ass.
gave you shit about that? Because who actually liked
I
that
think
movie?
Laura did.
Me,
think
I did.
Laura
I
gave
like
shit.
that
Laura,
movie.
what is your deal?
I stand by it.
Apparently,
Mm.
turning into a vampire gives you an automatic black belt or some sort of special forces skills.
It
or
kicks in your
something.
instincts right away.
Absolutely.
joke about
Kicks
that
in
on
your
Buffy.
instincts. Yeah.
They're like, plus all those martial arts flips they inevitably pick up.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And she did that, and I was like, no. And then she killed the head vampire. She turned him back to a regular
What makes-
person.
Right.
So, but she inherited everything they have because she was family, and they were filthy rich, and she's the last of them. So now she's filthy rich. So happy ending for her, and she's a murderer. So
Vampire murderer.
vampire
What
murderer.
does that count then? That doesn't count, right?
Yeah, and then she's the vampire slayer.
That's
She might as well
right.
join up with Buffy.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. And but
Ooh, what if this
she
was a prequel?
a prequel to what though?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
How would that
I
be?
love all things Buffy.
I don't know. I don't watch Buffy the Vampire. I don't
I
have
did.
no
It was
idea what
pretty
Buffy
good.
the Vampire Slayer is. I
You know what it is.
but I've
Of
never
course you
seen
know
an
what it is.
episode. I've never seen an
Cheerleader.
episode,
You've never seen an episode
nor
of Buffy
the
Vampire Slayer?
original movie.
I've
Me
seen them
neither.
both.
I haven't either.
See, I got how many seasons of Buffy were there? Like 8?
7.
Close enough.
Oh, shit.
I think I watched like
think Laura just
season-
turned into a
21 episodes
vampire.
each.
Jeez.
I watched I think the
Christ.
last 3 seasons. And it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I
Those
didn't
last
jump in
seasons
from the
are pretty
beginning.
good.
Yeah, I didn't
The
jump in from
first
the beginning.
seasons are rough.
Yeah, well, they're very teenage drama like, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want that shit in my fucking TV. Cobra Kai.
Did anybody did we talk about X, the movie X?
We
What
did.
is X?
We shit all over it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
so Martin Scorsese loved Pearl, which is the
Yes, Pearl's the prequel.
prequel to X,
That
and
takes
I'm
place, like,
curious
100
about it.
years before.
Well,
Played
curious
by the
about it.
same actress.
Wait, are we doing? Wait. Oh, Pearl, the old lady.
Yes, Pearl. Based on Pearl.
Yes, from X.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
yes,
right. We
yes.
did talk about it. I'm sorry. We did talk about it.
Remember, you liked seeing that dude's big schlong. Remember?
That's right. You were all excited
over
about
it.
Kid
I was
Cudi.
all
I
over that
did-
shit.
yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Kid
Like,
Cudi
oh,
was
see how
something
Kid
to
Cudi
be
was
seen.
jumping rope without a jump rope? What was that? His dick?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. That was his dick.
But that's kind of high praise coming from Scorsese that he loved
About his
Pearl and
dick?
thought it was.
Scorsese's an idiot. Remember when he said Marvel movies aren't real cinema?
He just
Well,
said
that's
that
true.
because he
He
can't
is
make
a
as
dick.
much. He can't make as
Because
much
he can't
money
make.
as
He can only make one
Yeah.
type of film, gangster film. and
gangster
that's it.
Yes.
films. Yeah, that's all
That's
he really
it.
does. Like, we're not here to badmouth Scorsese. Come on, it's a
Martin,
weekly
Martin
wrap
if you're
up.
listening, fuck off.
Wow, well, that's messed up. He's not listening. Yeah. So my week was Cobra Kai invitation. I watched a lot of shit this week. Let's see. And the NFL started, so of course I sat on my lazy ass watching football.
Dude, I'm glad
So there you
brought
go.
that up.
That
I'm
was
glad you brought up the NFL real quick. I know Laura's gonna get bored, but real quick. I think they
Uh-huh.
need to change some rules in the NFL.
Oh, okay.
Chime in, Laura. Chime in.
What
First of all,
rules?
Yeah, what
For
rules?
one-
What are they?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Well, for one, I don't think quarterbacks should get credit for the yards after the catch by wide receiver. Like you'll see, like Tom Brady, a 60-yard pass, but he actually only threw it 10 yards, and then the other guy ran it 50 yards. So why
That's
is he
true. I
credited
agree
for
with
the
that.
60 yard
I-
Because the reason
I
why they
agree
do
with
it to
that.
him, because Tom Brady threw him open. That's how they look at it. If Tom
It
Brady didn't
doesn't
throw
matter.
him open, he wouldn't have those 50 yards in front of him to run. But you're right. It's stupid as hell. Yes.
And the other
In
thing I don't
reality,
like-
quarterbacks throw for like 100 yards a game.
That's true.
right?
That's true.
A
That's
season,
true.
right? Yeah. And then
It's absolutely true.
Instead of the quarterbacks, wide receivers should get charged for an interception when they deflect it or gets tipped off their hand. That
They-
shouldn't be
I-
a quarterback's interception.
I've
That's
actually heard that proposal. actually.
That should be a wide receiver's interception. They should be
It
on their
depends,
stats.
though, right? What's the bad throw behind the guy and he tries to turn around and catch it and he can't? He tips it in the air. That's the quarterback's fault, right?
That'd be a judgment
No.
call.
But that's different. That's different from when he tries to catch it and say it goes through his hands like over his shoulder.
But you're
and then
not
the
giving
team
me.
gets
You're
it.
not. You said change rules. These are just stats. You're just changing stats. Give me some rule changes.
That is a rule.
No. You're changing stats.
Okay. If
Uh-huh.
a kick goes
Uh-huh.
through the uprights
Uh-huh.
when you kick it off,
Yes.
is the team a point?
If he can kick it through the uprights.
If he can kick it
Actually,
through the uprights on the
yes,
kickoff,
the guy should deserve a point if he can
Yeah,
kick
point.
it through the uprights from 80 yards away. Yes,
Right, he should.
100%, 100%. But a kicker can kick it because it's no placeholder. It's so that's a little bit different. also.
right, he can kick it further.
Yeah,
Right,
kick it
right.
further. Yeah. Oh, I went to the Rams game for the first time, SoFi Stadium. That's what I did, and that stadium
was that?
amazing. Oh my god, it's like a city inside of it. It's stupid.
It better
Fancy.
be. It's the thing that took Rams away from St. Louis.
Oh
I
my
hope it's
god.
great.
Oh, if you go to that stadium, Laura, for some reason, concert, whatever, you will not be disappointed. You'll be like, good thing they moved.
It's not your fault,
It's-
Laura. It's the dick owner.
Oh no, it's man, that stadium is ridiculous.
What stadium did we go
Absolutely
to when we saw the Rams game last
Oh,
year?
that
2 years?
was little baby rinky-dink LA Galaxy Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Ring-a-ding.
No baby.
That stadium literally fits in the first bowl of this stadium. Like that whole and it's like the comparison is like, oh man, not even close. It's crazy. I've only
It's-
been to so many NFL stadiums, and this one is just ridiculous. Like
It's below ground, right? Isn't it the field like lower than the surface?
sea level?
the field is the field is actually below ground. Yeah. The
Yeah.
first level, the second level is where you walk out and you're on the sidewalk, whatever. You know what I mean? So
That's how they did the Sacramento Kings Stadium.
yeah, the King Stadium it goes down into the
Yeah.
ground. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in the new Clipper Stadium that's across the street from the football stadium being built. Same thing, into the ground. So there you go. That's our week. I watched football, Cobra Kai. You watched Cobra Kai. Carlos watched Star Wars. Laura watched Lock and Key. So check those out. Netflix, Disney Plus. There's nothing really on Hulu these days, right? Not that I know.
I have a piece
Lego
of
Masters
news.
is coming back.
I'm sure you saw it, Lafayette.
The news. What is it?
Constantine is going to get a sequel.
Like, oh no, Constantine with Keanu Reeves is getting a sequel.
Yes.
I saw that.
I did.
Because-
I liked Constantine.
You know
I don't
why?
care.
Because what we need is sequel to garbage.
I liked Constantine.
Exactly.
I liked
God,
it.
that movie is
I liked
so
it.
Such trash.
And
I
anybody
liked
that tells
it.
me, "Oh, it's so good. It's the best Constantine." First of all, the TV show Constantine
TV show was great.
was good. This is super. That movie was so bad. It was so, and it starts off really well too, like really good. The first like 10 minutes, and then it's just downhill.
I like Tilda Swinton as the
Yeah.
Archangel.
She is great. Tilda Swinton is
She is
great.
pretty cool in that role. That's all I really remember about the movie.
In the
Wasn't
swimming
she-
pool at the end, where there
Yeah,
was like
but
some swimming. Yeah,
she was the master in Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I'm racist.
She's amazing. She's
Anyway.
a great actress.
she plays that role so well.
I just like the fact that people thought that was racist that she played the master in Doctor Strange. That's all. That's like
Super
okay.
racist.
It's super racist.
Super racist.
That's crazy. Just ridiculous. Anyway, there you go. That's the week that was here on Nerds Talking to Podcast. We'll be right back after this on Nerds Talking to Podcast.
You know what, brother? Do you like to work out? Won't you come join me on my podcast, Buff Guys Workout to the Extreme. No sissies allowed. Get ready. Get pumped. You don't know what's coming. It's all here. You're never gonna know what hit you. Podcast. That's right. Muscle on top of muscle, brother. There's no need to go to the gym. We bring it to you. To your ears, to your veins, to your blood. Get it pumping until you're ready to go. You wanna impress the ladies? Well, I'll show you how. With cheap steroids so you can get big muscles. Don't worry about small balls and dicks. You got muscles, and that's what ladies want. And you wanna get the ladies to listen to my podcast. It's called Buff Guys Workout to the Extreme. No sissies allowed. Get ready. Get pumped. You don't know what's coming. It's all here. You're never gonna know what hit you. Podcast, brother.
Nerds Talking is not responsible for the Buff Guys Workout to the Extreme. No system allowed. Get ready, get pumped. You don't know what's coming. It's all here. You're never going to know what hit you. Podcast, if you take steroids and get small balls and dicks. Thanks for listening. I'm back to the show.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Johnny, Hugh. Johnny, god damn it, Johnny's not here. I said this already. And Laura. Remember to rate, subscribe, download, review, turn on your notifications. Tell your friends every Friday, new episodes of Nerds Talking, the podcast. I have to say that, obligated to say it by contract. So there you go. Does your device listen to you? Do you notice that it tracks you? When you open up your phone, all of a sudden, whatever you were talking about, watching, or maybe even shopping for, now appears to be served to you as an ad at all times. Does your Alexa listen to you? Are you afraid of it? Do you think it's listening to you? What are your thoughts? What do you guys, we've talked about this probably in episode 2, but it's been forever. But tracking wise and using your device and apps, do you guys ever think about things like that? Or do you guys don't really give a shit or pay attention to it? So what is your take on things of that nature?
I just don't care anymore.
So you just gave up on
just the world we live in. No, just the world we live in. I mean, technology is caught up to us, or like us, Laura being the baby of the show. I don't know if it's caught up to her or she was born into it, but like my son was born into it, so he's not even gonna notice. Like the other day, I was in the break room talking to a buddy about guitars, Epiphone, Gibson, whatever. And he was talking about playing guitars, and then I told him, well, look up tabs. I guess there's a website we can learn tabs. It's the easiest way to learn guitar, I guess. He started Googling tabs, and what came up? His phone pulled up a bunch of different brands of guitars because I was talking about guitars. It's not the first time it's happened. The phone listens to you, sends you advertisement. Here, buy our stuff. Here's what you were talking about. Are you interested?
Yeah, it's very weird. Yeah. It's technology's so advanced. Like you said, Laura's young. Of course, Laura knows, not like she doesn't know about this stuff, but we didn't have this stuff growing up. So it's like every time I pop my phone open and I'm like, how the fuck do you know I was talking about Snickers? And it's feeding me Snickers advertisements. And I'm like, what? And then I buy Snickers, and I feel bad. I cry over it because I'm gonna gain weight. And then it sends me a therapy ad. And it sends me to fat camp. Your phone knows everything, and I didn't mention any of that stuff yet. So, Laura, what's your take on the technology keeping an eye on you?
It creeps me out, man. Like, I think that I have kind of accepted it. Like Carla said, like, there's really no way around it. There was a long time with my phone, like I was very persnickety about all of my settings. I made sure that everything was like maximum privacy. I kept location turned off like all the time. And then over time, I didn't link accounts on purpose. And then over time, I've just been like, it doesn't matter. I'm just fighting the ocean really at this point. And it freaks me out, especially not so much the phone, because even though, you are carrying around a little homing device, listening device in your pocket, but the ones that people just unabashedly, like, they just don't care that it is actively listening all of the time, blatantly, like Alexa or Google Home. Like, I cannot get down with that stuff. I just can't. No, I'm never going to
do you know people that don't use like Venmo or PayPal? Like, they're terrified of those things because they think, oh, well, my money is not going to go elsewhere besides my bank app. I know people like that all the time. I'm like, hey, you got Venmo? Oh, I don't trust those things. Oh, really? Oh, do you have PayPal? I don't trust those either. Do you have anything?
I still use checks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I still use checks. Like, come to the bank, I'll give you cash. Like, because I know some people that are like that still, that they're like, I don't trust those. I'm like, really, dude? Like, everybody uses it. I don't know.
It's no more not secure than anything else that can get hacked.
Then your bank,
everything gets hacked. Yeah. It really doesn't matter.
I can think of a perfect example. Our company, the company I work for, the guy showed me a check that somebody had intercepted, that they had written for a significant sum of money, and they had intercepted it at the other end and had rewritten someone's name into the check and actually cashed it. Actually got away with cashing it, and significant sum of money. And with the sophistication of it, it seemed like wasn't their first time. Probably have been doing it for a long time until they get wary and move on to the next. So the old days of checks, just as faulty as anything else.
I mean, Hugh, do you trust your device and your
I do.
listening devices?
No, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I really look at it more like when I go to a gas station and I plunk the card in, and you've heard, skimming devices and every other thing. I think,
yeah.
I I don't care that much because I don't have a lot in the old account, and I almost want them to get the credit information. Go ahead, try to get an account in my name with my information.
Too.
Good luck.
Like
good luck.
Like the guy that's skimming comes to collect the machine as you're pumping. You look at him. I got nothing, bro. I got nothing. If anything,
go ahead.
You're paying
check
for
it
the
out.
Gas. Yeah.
You know the deal where they only charge you $1? Well, I can hold that over to the next day when I get paid.
There you go. Yeah, I think it's I don't care either. Honestly, I'm to that point where you ever see new apps served to you on something like Twitter or Instagram, and then you read the comments underneath that the sponsorship ad, and all you'll read is, I'm not doing that. China's trying to steal my information for this app. You'll read like 1,000 times. Oh, it's Russia. Oh, it's China. And I'm like, it's an app to turn you into a cartoon. Who gives a fuck? Like, I want it now.
Though I have also downloaded those apps, as we know, because we did it with that art one or whatever. Yeah. I also downloaded, but I do see the significance of it because data and knowledge really is important. It really is power. Like the ability to understand a population, not by just what pictures they upload, but what pictures they have on their phone, what's important to them,
oh yeah,
where they spend their money. All of that information can be used to manipulate an individual or used to manipulate a population.
That's the truth.
And it
I agree.
Freaks me out because of how easily led humans are. I mean, you look at social media and its progression into darkness, and
it led to QAnon. So yeah, we know
exactly. Or it led to whatever happened in the 2016 election. Like it's just, we're so easily manipulated, and if you know how somebody thinks, you know how to manipulate them.
So it's absolutely true. Yeah. That's absolutely true. You could tailor it for them.
Yeah,
and you can tailor faulty false arguments just as easily
false
as
information and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. That's the thing about the technology. I don't care if they're listening to me. It's more about what they're feeding back to you. And most of the stuff I get fed back to me is, again, I was looking for a new pair of shoes recently, and I got fed a bunch of ads for the shoes I was looking at, and I was like, damn it. Okay, I'll buy them. I'm easily suckered. And it's, but I get that stuff all the time, and it's not shocking to me at this point. It's like, yeah, I get it. You heard me, or whatever it is you got out of me. Maybe I looked up the shoes once on Google, and now that's all you want to add, serve me. So,
I mean, and that's the most harmless version of it, honestly.
Right,
it's just greed and consumerism, which, I mean, it's a whole nother thing that we could talk about, and the rise of consumerism in the United States.
Well, the worst
really is destroying America.
Yeah, and the worst thing is you give one person your email address because you think it's something innocent, then you get flooded with a million emails for you're like, who did I give my email address to, or which email list did they steal from this app that I'm on? And
that makes me mad. I'm like, who amongst you sold my email address?
Snapchat.
But wouldn't it be funny if the cartoon app you downloaded, and then if the other side is getting information on the country, oh my God, they're all a bunch of cartoons. Let's invade them now. Bring the dip.
Dr. Doom. Or
so you actually thought Roger Rabbit was a real thing? Yeah. Yes. Easily manipulated over there. They get him every time.
Here's another question. So not just the listing devices in your phone, but what about security cameras inside your house?
Who else could be watching it or hacking it and watching you?
Yeah, I mean, just any thoughts on them in general?
Our former co-host Dennis has cameras in his house now. One in his den where he works on his computer stuff, and one in the loft upstairs with the kids. And then I just thought that's a bad idea, because you see so many stories of people hacking the cameras and talking to you and
talking to your kids.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need that. I mean, if you want to check the exterior, or if you want interior cameras pointing at the entry ways, that's fine. But I don't need anybody not accidentally hacking my cameras and just see what's going on.
Yeah, that thing. I mean, if you have cameras in your house, aim them towards exits. Entrances and exits. Or the toilet's a good one too. But where people can come and go or possibly break into your home. Not your
entry points.
But then
Windows.
again, kitchens would be fun. I mean, it's more of a security thing, right? Because people that can break into your home and can rummage around, you want to see them in every aspect of your home. Like, oh, this son of a bitch.
Or if your house is haunted,
You
I guess that's one
really?
way.
That's what I don't understand. Like, what's the point of having them in your house? I understand having them in the exterior. You can see somebody coming in, but like, what is it helpful to a case or a prosecution to have video of them actually in your house? And how likely is it that you're going to use that?
It's almost 0%.
Yeah.
And then you've seen Paranormal Activity, right?
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Ghost
there
Hunter.
you go.
That's what they're
Proof.
for.
My
There's the proof right there. Yep.
my
Somebody
girls
get
used
Schuler on the phone. We got tape.
my girls I noticed would take the laptop that I had bequeathed them, and when occasionally I try to use it.
What happened with the children?
Give it to them.
Be who?
Bequeath them.
I like how you use a word from Game of Thrones. You've been bequeathed this.
I will bequeath. Well, I didn't do it willingly. It just disappeared. It was my laptop.
I queefed.
It went away.
My laptop.
So I opened it up to use it one time, and there was a Band-Aid over the camera.
Oh, I do that constantly.
Oh yeah, you can buy those
Constantly.
too. Most laptops nowadays actually come with a slider.
They come with the slider.
You can just
I have
slide
one
it.
of these. You put over top, and it just
You put over
slides.
top.
You slide it over.
I have
that-
one on mine right now. I don't even know. I got it at some
Yeah.
convention.
There you
Talk
go.
Shoe. Whatever
Talk
the hell
Shoe.
Talk Shoe is.
Yeah.
I have their little camera
That's
slider.
Or you just put a piece of Scotch tape over it, blurs everything.
or just put a post-it note.
Post-it note I did for a long time.
Yeah.
But to your point earlier, Lafayette, the robotic calls was another thing that drove me nuts. Based on things you might have talked about, like for example, I would handle my wife's school loan just using my email. It just got set up that way, and so I've gotten endless phone calls. Do you want to get rid of your school loan? I don't have a school loan. I don't have a school.
Let me tell you, buddy. I get calls daily that go like
I used to
this.
get those all the time.
Okay, every day. No, without a doubt, this is an everyday call. Hey, Carlos, how's it going? This is the Firefire Fund. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Still?
I've told you so many times. This is like year 20 now. Stop calling me to get money for firefighters. I know they get paid well. Leave me alone. God damn. Nonstop. And
Hey,
it's
Carlos,
every
you want-
day. And as soon as they say, hey, Carlos, I hang up. I'm like, nope. And then I get ones all the time still about my warranty of this or all the time. My favorite ones are always going to be the computer ones. Oh, my friend, I'm calling from Apple. Your computer's having many problems. I don't have an Apple. You have Apple. It says right here. So then I just go on the whole time with them and just let them go on. I got one recently. It was the guy who said he was from Amazon and that the money can't be released to the person I'm buying the item from. So if I re-give him my credit card, he can charge it properly.
Well, yes, I definitely
okay.
do that. Make sure that I
It was the best.
pay for it.
I just kept telling him I didn't buy anything from Amazon recently. My friend, it shows here, right here. What is my name? Don't worry, just give me a card number. He just kept going on. And I was
That
like,
would
look,
make me so mad. I've never gotten calls like that. That would make me so livid.
They
love
did that to
those
me with
calls,
my
though.
social security number. And so I
yeah.
called them back and they blocked my number. So I went to a different phone in the office and I called them back again. and they said, hey, somebody called me. And he goes, who's this? And I just gave him a fake name. Something about my social security number. Oh, yes. What's your social security number? I said, well, you're the IRS. Don't you have it? Can't you read it to me? And they just hung up.
Click.
I
Yeah,
just
that's
kept
the
going
best part.
phone to phone in the
Yeah.
office to call them back. They just blocked the numbers.
But the best part is I give them fake names with the whole IRS thing. And then right away, it doesn't matter what you tell them. You can tell them
Yeah.
anything. Just give me your social security number. We
Yep.
don't care.
I'm like,
And they'll
"Dude,
say the
you
same
got it."
thing. Like, you have it. Oh, what? Do we? Oh, well,
I've
I'm
actually-
sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna fly where
So we
you
started
are.
with
I'm gonna fly where you are.
We started with Google listening to you to Indian phone calls. Well, there we go. Made a whole circle there. All right. So let's jump right into this one real quick, people. We all saw the movie Sins of Our Mother on Netflix. Now, Laura has not seen it, but she sounds very interested. So she's gonna have to hear this for the next 5-10 minutes. And then she can chime in with questions. Have you heard of the case though, Laura? Of
Yes.
what the okay, so you know of the case. So you're very aware what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's a documentary on Netflix. I think it's only 3 parts.
It is.
So it's a very short, limited series type of documentary, and it's about anybody remember her name? The woman's name?
Lori Vallow.
Oh, you're good. You're right on top of it. So Lori was born a Mormon, sort of church,
LDS church. Yes.
LDS church. Basically married numerous times. What, 4 times? I think
4 times.
4th time was Chad.
The last guy.
4
Chad
times.
Daybell.
Only 1 child.
2.
That's right. They adopted JJ.
2 children. You're right.
2 children.
That's right. That's
The
right.
brother
2 children
and the sister.
adopted. Yes. Good call. Basically, long story short, she's kind of a at-home mom that she's a beauty pageant, like cheerleader type,
Yep.
like
Miss Texas, Mrs. Texas.
Yeah, like good-looking blonde, but not does for some reason every marriage she gets into, she's just treated like shit. And then so she leaves the marriage. And she's a little too religious. Well, she gets so religious to the point where she believes another guy who claims he's a prophet and knows how to read demons and knows who's demons and who's evolved from demon to zombie, to the point where she commits murder to start getting rid of these demons and zombies on his behalf. That's the basis of true crime story. So Carlos, I'll start with you. What did you think of the documentary? And is she a crazy bitch?
Well, I was kind of bored by it only because I knew the story. It just gave me a little more details about it, but I knew the story and I knew the outcome. I remember when they started reporting it, and I'm like, they were telling her to give the kids back or at least tell us where the kids are. And I'm like, they're dead. The courts gave them a deadline. Here you have until this Thursday or something to produce the kids. I'm like, she ain't producing shit. Why isn't she arrested?
Yeah.
And they didn't arrest her. But so, yeah, the kids never got produced. If I knew the story, I was a little bored by it. But like I said, it just gave me a little more background. I don't know why people in the LDS, I don't know, a lot of them just make a list. She had a list of all these people that were going to get killed because they were all demons, and they're all on a scale of like demon level, like 1 through 4.
Well, yeah, they had grades.
Negative.
Grades,
And
yeah.
then, like,
light and dark. Light and dark.
Light and
Right. And then
dark,
if you scored in the light, you're good. But if you scored low, then you're a demon or a zombie or something. And they would rename you if you were a demon or a zombie,
So you
saying
had
that
to-
this
yeah.
person took over your body.
Yep.
And now you're a demon or a zombie or whatever. And it kind of reminded me of the Laffertys and the Utah murders, where they made a list as well, and they were LDS. LDS, I don't know, just every time I hear something about them. Laura, are you LDS? I'm not offending you, am I? Good. Fuck them. LDS,
No,
the worst.
no.
I mean, religion in all is, I think, one of the worst cancers on the planet. But man, every time I hear something about the LDS, the Mormons, it just blows my mind. So anyway,
Yeah, I do think the top 2 cancers, ass and then religion. But go ahead, continue.
you can survive ass cancer. You're not going to survive a list.
Well,
from
but
the
if you have
LDS.
ass cancer,
Holy
you pray to your
shit.
religion. So it's like
Holy
double trouble.
shit.
Double trouble.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just thought when like she kept just saying over and over, the kids are safe. Don't worry. I took they're in safe hands. Well, they're already dead then. She meant safe by we got
They're
rid
no
of the
longer
Yes.
demons or
We've
zombies.
Yeah.
killed the
Yes.
demon. Don't worry about it. They're fine now. They're free in heaven. But the wackadoo part was when she claimed that the angel, whatever the hell the angel's name from the Mormon
Moroni
religion,
or Moroni.
Moroni.
Moroni, was
be
visiting her
Moroni.
daily and giving her messages, and she was just going
Well,
nuts.
look at Laura. She's like Moroni.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen that gold statue
Moroni.
above the LDS church?
That's Moroni.
That is Moroni.
That's
Oh,
macaroni.
Moroni.
Yeah, that's yep.
Wait,
that's
Moroni or
I think it's
what?
Moroni.
Moroni.
No, it's Moroni.
Oh.
Moroni.
Melania.
Moroni.
Moroni.
This we can go all night
Marion
about
Barry.
this stupid ass name, but
Marion Barry.
it don't
He did
matter.
cocaine.
Either way, I'm not gonna get struck down by lightning because
Well, it's fake. It's all made up.
their Jesus is white.
Oh, there Jesus came to save the natives. They came to
Yeah.
America. Oh, that's a wild story. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just the fact that she couldn't get past it. She was so deep into the demonology this guy was serving her, and the end of the world, and everything she talked about was end of days. And it was completely just wow. Hugh, what you take?
Well, they had a date too. The thing I would just take issue with it was her last husband before Daybell didn't treat her badly. And I don't think it was necessarily that. I just think she's a complete fucking whack. I mean, it's unbelievable the shit that people believe. I mean, and it's unbelievable the shit that she believed and how she got there. I mean, her husband before did everything he could to be good to her. Took her to, lived in Hawaii for 3 years with her. She's just a whack. I mean, and the other thing was they absolutely believed in an end of days, like June 20th, 2020.
Yeah.
The thing that you knew the story. I didn't know the story. I'd heard the names, but I didn't know the story. So I'm watching episode 1 and I'm thinking, holy God, what a nut job. And then by the time I got to episode 3, I said, holy shit, there's a whole lot more. Like she's just completely off the end. I actually looked it up. And because I can't stand to not know, so I went to Wikipedia and I looked it up. There's an ad for Wikipedia, and I found all this shit about her, and I was just like, and she ends up marrying this Daybell, who's another nut job, who's an author. You can see it coming
like 14 days prior to their wedding.
14 days prior to the wedding, kills his wife. Wrote these 2 books about how he died twice and came back and was granted visions. And then they bring this woman on who's another nut job.
Oh,
she's talking about Daybell as if he's a nut job, like he's Lucifer speaking in his ear. And, I come from the good side and this is why. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh my God.
Oh, just listening to those people.
You know what was the scariest part of the entire documentary, all 3 episodes?
Yeah.
Was what's her name? What's her first name?
Lori.
Oh,
Lori Vallow's mom scared the shit out of me every time she came on. I thought she was Batgirl in her life because she was like totally smooth from like the nose up, but from the nose down, like where her mask may have been exposed in your face, she looked like a piece of old leather.
Yeah,
like she'd had a million cuts.
It was,
million cuts.
It looked like she was like she was
already
50
dead.
years old.
No,
but
she's
looked
dead
like she
already.
Was 80. I think she was a zombie. She was the only
only
zombie.
zombie. And the crazy part, she believed everything her daughter said until it was revealed that
until she didn't. Until she didn't. And then she was like, I was wrong. So I had to give it to her.
Even
I
now,
have to give it to her.
Stop showing this woman. I'm gonna lose sleep. This woman
even
is
now,
hideous.
Her mom is like, oh, that was just a moment in her life. We can move past that, and hope the best for her in jail. I'm like, you crazy bitch. She killed your fucking great grandkids because she thought they were, and she still thinks that there's demons out there. Like her son will call her or vice versa, and she still acts like everything's fine. I took care of the problem. You're like, oh my God,
that bothered me.
You just don't understand. You just don't understand.
Yeah, you don't understand.
Kept saying, where are my siblings? Like, what? Who talks like that, man? Where's my brother? Where's Ty Lee and JJ? If you were out here, I'd fucking kill you. That's what I tell my mother.
So
where are my siblings? Where
in
are
the
my
name of
siblings?
Jesus Christ in the Catholic Church.
Oh yeah. Well, please stop doing this and get back in Jesus' name. Like,
I did.
When he was saying that to her, like almost like I'm gonna save my mom. I can make her snap out of this. Like, no, you can't. She's so in the fucking weeds. And how do you get in the weeds like that? I don't know. Oh, she basically got her, is it her sister, right? She got her sister-in-law. She got her sister-in-law,
the nut
and
job.
her brother in like basically hypnotizing this bullshit. They believed it all.
No, sister. That's her sister.
That's her sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Believed it. Believed
right.
everything. Her brother believed everything.
The brother was just
her
hitman.
So you know the deal, right? And if you could read from, apparently there may have been some sexual touching between them when they were younger.
No,
So
I wrote that. That was in the Wikipedia. I wrote that.
Yeah.
You did? Oh,
I
okay.
write that on all
Yeah,
Wikipedia.
you can't believe Wikipedia, man.
Yeah, no matter whose
wrote that
Wikipedia you go
shit.
to, if you see
I thought that was Carlopedia.
No,
Carlopedia.
Yeah.
Lafayette's the fifth husband. You didn't get that far down in it, did you? No.
Yeah, I actually changed it. I tried to change Wikipedia to just Pedopedia, and they wouldn't let me do it.
So my favorite moment though was when the
I wanna hear this.
son the son gets he's a big dude. The son,
Oh, yeah.
her son,
Yeah, he's a big guy.
he's a big ass dude, and he gets up in court. First of all, she's in court, and she apparently used like crayons to do her own makeup. It looked like idiocy. Like what the fuck? are you-
Maroney told her to do that.
So he gets up and he looks over at Chad Daybell, and Daybell wouldn't return it. You know, he gave him like
Oh, no.
death
Chad
stare, like
looked- Yeah, Chad looked like
I'm not coming outside right now.
Yeah, I'm done with all this. I give it up. I love how about when Chad called Laura and said, I think they caught us.
I think we're screwed.
Oh yeah,
think we're
they're
screwed.
here. They're searching. Like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. And he sounded so like he wanted to go hide under a bed
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
he sounded like I fucked
we're
up
so
making all
fucked.
this
They're
up.
gonna find that
Yeah,
shit.
and I love her response. It's gonna be fine, right? Everything's good. They
It's
just don't-
okay, honey.
And all she ever said to him was every time, they just don't understand. People don't understand what we're doing. We're saving the planet. I'm like, oh my God, bitch. You know, like the climate change of demons are saving the fucking planet. Like, fuck,
Oh,
it's
it's
wacky,
unbelievable.
man. How do people get that deep into shit like that? I don't know, man. It's manipulation, like
Well,
to the extreme. And
That's my
everybody,
question.
and
Wow.
everybody in the LDS knew this guy as being
A false
this like
prophet.
false prophet / con man grifter who just trying to look over here, look at me, I'm important too. Like, I had 2 near-death experiences, and when that happened, this God told me this, or Jesus told me that. He told me that this is all true, so you should listen to me now. And I'm like, motherfucker, like, so
it truly is amazing.
it's amazing.
And she had shit going for her. I mean, it wasn't like she was
I know,
living in
that's the
poverty.
sad
She was
part,
living.
man.
The guy that she was with was pretty well off.
Oh, her husband had it
The
made.
second dude, yeah.
Yeah,
He
the-
had
The
it
second or
made.
third dude. The
Third
guy that got
dude,
shot in the
third dude.
chest.
No, because
Third
remember
dude,
the
third
second
guy.
dude. Remember the second dude was molesting her children.
supposedly, yes, supposedly molesting her children. Yes,
Yeah. So she
But
left
no, it
him
was
she
the
for
didn't
that.
third
kill
guy.
him. She killed her 2 kids. She
Right?
didn't kill that guy.
No, because
No,
he
divorced
he
him.
was on the light side, even afterwards. He was on the chart. She looked at her chart. You're good. Like, oh, and here's the thing: her chart, almost all of her family members were on it. That was also the wild part. Even her brother, that was basically Carlos said, the hitman. The brother that
Yeah.
was basically the hitman. he
Alex,
was on the
Alex,
chart.
yeah.
And so he killed himself supposedly because he knew he was on the chart.
No, well, they found him dead the next day after he's up to
He
something.
he had.
Remember they said he had a heart attack.
He said,
he really
yeah,
said some
somebody
type of
blood
plugged him
clots or
with a
something in his
needle.
lungs, thrombosis.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yes.
plugged
That's
him
what
with a
it's
needle
thrombosis.
full of
Yeah,
air.
somebody got him because he was on the demon list also. Yeah. It's look at Laura's face. Laura's face is like, holy shit. Are these people fucking retarded? And the answer would be yes.
Yeah,
And
clearly.
this is on Netflix. It's called Sins of Our Mother. I love true crime documentaries, especially wacky shit like this where people.
Oh,
So
speaking of true crime Laura,
Uh-oh.
what do you think? The guy from Serial was
I'm
released.
pissed. I am.
Wait,
Yes.
hold on. I need an update on the guy on Serial. What's this?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Somebody fill me in.
He's out.
The guy from the Serial podcast that Laura was talking about last week was released from prison.
They vacated, his,
Vacated
sentence,
Oh.
his conviction.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they say we might retry him. They're not going to retry
You mean the
him.
guy that the whole serial is about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
Guilty
that.
AF, and I am pissed that he is out.
Yeah, that's why. Well, so what was I never listened to Serial. What was the
Yeah.
major, what was the crime on there? What was the main thing that
He
he
choked
was
her out or something.
Oh, that's
He-
right. Choked the bitch.
No, he did not.
He
Shut
choked
up,
the bitch
Carlos.
He Wayne Brady the bitch.
So he the story goes that he killed his ex-girlfriend senior year of high school, stashed her body, and 6 weeks later they found it and started poking around and asking questions, and this guy came forward and said, yeah, I helped him bury the body. And he came to me and said, I killed her and you need to help me bury the body. So I helped him bury the body. And Adnan has said for years that no, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. But there's a lot of sketch about it. Like
You know what?
the guy's
I've
story
seen this
changed 1,000
documentary
times.
On HBO.
The HBO one?
HBO. That's nice. You just bring the story up. That he's
Yeah.
a guilty motherfucker.
Yeah, the
Well, he
HBO
was found
documentaries-
guilty, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And he had two, I think it was two mistrials, or maybe one mistrial, one hung jury, and then a conviction, I think. But
That's right. I
and the
remember
HBO
this.
documentary was
Yeah.
very heavily slanted. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's very heavily slanted in his favor of being innocent. But
Oh no, I found
I
him
don't buy
guilty
it.
after watching it.
oh, well,
100%.
that's good.
Yeah.
Now, was
yeah,
he
yeah.
Muslim?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
he
he
came out
was.
Muslim. Oh, he was Muslim. Okay.
Yeah, he was
Comes
Muslim.
from a
And,
Muslim family. Yeah.
and if you the HBO documentary touches on that about the whole Muslim side of it and everything. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, that you brought that up. Shit, yeah. I forgot the name of that documentary, but it's actually pretty good too.
It is the case against Adnan Saeed.
Oh,
it?
there you go. Yeah. But you're right about one thing. The person that put it together kind of I want to say be on their side. It's his family that is on his side during the whole thing. And they really
Well-
heavily go towards his sister or whatever and his mom for the documentary. And then the other side basically says, F that guy. He's guilty as all hell. But it's very they just heavily interview his side of the family. And they never give up, whatever.
I'm not as involved in the case as some people on Reddit are, but Rabia Chaudhry is the producer of that documentary,
Mhm.
and she is not his family, but she seems like family. It's like close family friend, basically, and she spent the last 20 years of her life embroidered in this, just like
Yeah, I recall
trying
it
to
now.
get him
That's
off.
right. So he's out on jail. Oh,
he's out.
Yeah, I was recently put in Instagram jail. First time. I've been
Well,
in
for
Twitter
what?
jail plenty of times, but I was put in Instagram jail.
I've never been
Mhm.
in Instagram jail before.
I
Oh, no,
know, I
yeah,
didn't-
no, I have for the
You
podcast.
have? For
Yeah,
what?
for the
For what?
podcast. I think I put a cartoon dick up there.
Oh, that would do
I
it.
think that got
That
me.
would do it. Yeah. No, I made Instagram jail because somebody put a video of a robbery and this guy jumps over the counter, tells the guy to get down. It's at a 7-Eleven. Anyway, he steals all the money and the guy's on his knees on the ground facing the wall and the guy still shoots him in the back of the head and then he runs out, right? So I wrote on there. Everybody's like, kill the guy, death penalty, death penalty. I said, oh, there's worse things than death. Cut his fucking arms off and his feet and let him fucking roam, be free after that. That's worse than fucking death. And Instagram said that's too violent. No, not the video I just saw. Clearly, it's a
Yeah.
video. You see the man get shot in the head. That's okay. But my take on death penalty or punishment is too much. Okay.
Oh my god, you seriously? Ugh,
So
that
I
kind
got a
of stuff.
24-hour jail. Yeah, but just
can't
no
unsee
comments.
that
I can still
shit.
like people and see things. So, but that's our show. Thanks for joining us. Before we go, anybody have anything left? Laura, anything left for the listeners this week?
Nope.
Nothing. Hugh, anything left for the listeners this week?
I've got nothing.
He comes back and supplies nothing.
Useless.
But are you back next? Are you back permanently, Hugh? Are you back
Yes.
in?
Yes.
He was back in the boat. We
Yeah,
saved him with a-
am.
we threw
I'm
a
happy.
lifesaver and he's back in the boat.
I'm happy. This was so much fun.
All right, Carlos, anything left for anyone?
Yeah, just got a quick question.
Okay.
If rock music is the devil's music, what's country music? I think country music is music you murder people to because it is horrible.
Wow.
Thank you.
Maybe it's
Anybody have
God's
a-
music. In which
Well,
case,
God's music?
pass.
Huh?
If rock and roll is the devil, then maybe country music is God's music, and in which case, barf.
No,
I'll pass.
you can
Wouldn't
go to
God's
hell
music
with
be
that,
gospel
Laura,
music?
because country music wanted me to kill myself.
Oh, what song?
because-
What song was it?
Well, I don't know what it was. I was donating blood at the time. I thought I was saving lives.
Yeah.
You save lives and you donate blood. Kid Rock was on. I'm like, okay, it's cool. And then Uncle Cracker came on. I'm like, okay, I can dig this. Maybe it's a Kid Rock station or whatever, right? Then the rest was all country music. I wanted to pull that thing out of my vein and stick it in my neck because I was so tired of listening.
You would have
to
given
country
more
music.
blood.
Country
It is
music is
awful.
garbage. Oh, you think they probably just would give my blood back, right? Quick, give me my blood back.
Yeah, right away. Just put it back in him.
It's
Yeah.
the twang that gets me, like the twang and
Garbage.
singing.
I just
Ugh.
it depends on the person doing it. Really.
No.
It's all
all
like
awful.
the new wave country, they try to be all pop like, So it's
I like bluegrass.
Taylor Swift and what's her
bluegrass.
name? Carrie
but
Underwood.
Taylor Swift is not
Steve
country
Martin played
music.
bluegrass.
My dad plays.
Yeah, with the
bluegrass.
banjo.
Yeah, but remember, Taylor Swift is not country music. She's
What
a
about
pop
Carrie
artist.
Underwood?
No, she's a country artist. Yeah, she's
Mm.
definitely a country artist. Luke Bryant type of guys.
She made Cobra
Carl.
Kai.
What?
Carrie Underwood.
Oh, that's right. She's in Cobra Kai season 2. I think.
yeah.
She is
She's
like
at the
a
All
stick.
Valley. She's at the
She is
All Valley, yeah.
so
All Valley tournament.
skinny, like a stick.
Doesn't she sing a song or something to do that?
She does.
Yeah,
She does.
Fucking Carrie Underwood. The All Valley. Fucking, that's a tournament I gotta attend. All right, that's it.
Hold
No
on.
more.
Wait a second. I got one more just to tie into that.
Because
Because Laura brought it up. You know how they say someone has the voice of an angel?
Mm-hmm.
What if the voice of an angel was like the harshest, like worst karaoke sounding voice you've ever heard? Because no one's actually heard an angel's voice.
First
right?
of all, wrong. That chick,
my voice.
that talked to Maroney.
Oh.
She heard her voice all the time, every day, apparently. It is true, though. No one's actually said what an angel sounds like.
Yeah. So what if like the choirs in the church and stuff? What if that's all devil music? What if the devil's side sounded all harmonious and great, and then all the angels would just sound like shit?
They were the rock ones.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Well, I'm done talking.
People assume in heaven all you hear is singing all the time. I would want to leave right away.
Harps.
Yeah, like wait, you guys do this 24/7, the singing and all this and the joyfulness. Yeah, fuck, I hate Christmas music at the mall. You think I want to deal with this shit all the time? How do I die again?
Which way to the barbecue?
Yeah.
I want to go down.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, there you go. That's it, people. No more for you. Tune in next week. We'll talk Cobra Kai. Oh, Laura, you have to binge Cobra Kai. I feel bad for you now. YouTube that shit, get some recaps, and watch season 5 all in one sit down, and realize you've missed most things in life until you watch Cobra Kai. Oh man, I feel bad making you do that. All right, tune in next week. Cobra Kai episode. Johnny should be back. He loves Cobra Kai. Man, he sure loves some Cobra Kai. So there we go. Thanks for tuning in. For Laura.
See ya.
For Hugh.
Live long
and prosper. For Carlos.
Bye-bye.
And I'm Lafayette. Thanks for tuning in. There's Talking to Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Yo. Hey, Chuck, you ready, man? Yeah. I'm back again. I'm here to let them know. Yeah. Yo. And I'm a hip-hop junkie in conjunction with the way I spit over the beat, the mic conglomerate. The rhymes are precise and giving life when I breathe into the mic. I'm a legend in the game to conquer it. No metaphors or words forced to fit, just mental force that grips the mic telekinetic and lets the script away what I thought in my head. Telepathy, I'ma give you what you think is the best. Nobody better than this. I'm ready at a drop of a dime, quarters, nickels, and pennies, and even credit. You better get it if you ready to feed it, fed it, because I gotta get it. Always hungry at the mouthpiece. When I unleash, gotta feed the beast and feast when I go and grow. You gotta know it's time for nuts, so I got an appetite for victory. So tell your friends, bring a camera, wide zoom lens, you about to witness history. I'm about to let them know. Yeah. Chucking Nutso. I'm back again. I'm about to let them know. Chucking Nutso. I'm back again. I'm about to let them know. Yeah. Chucking Nutso. Yeah. I'm back again. I'm about to let them know. Chucking Nutso. I'm back again.
Yo, mixtape messiahs, back for the empire. 1 album away for the game to retire. My wordplay is hitman for hire. Deadly, trained in the arts of lyric pen dude. You don't really wanna see what my pen can do. Tread light, but attack with much force, leaving you an unanimated corpse with no expression as you lay dead in the morgue. My flow creates aneurysms, nouns in the rhythm, subliminally reacting while killing them. Competition, there is none. You can simply say that we are the chosen ones. Mouth is a loaded gun, Russian roulette when I spit. Risk death nearly every time that I rip. Make sure to stay sharp with my wits. One foul up, game over, that's it.
Let them know. Yeah. Chucking Nutso. I'm back again. I'm about to let them know. Chucking Nutso. I'm back again. I'm about to let them know. Yeah. Chucking Nutso. Yeah. We're back again. I'm about to let them know. Chucking Nutso. We're back again.